So finally a tutorial video after so long. Before starting, I would like to thank all of my subscribers, people who like my videos, people who constantly see my videos, and the people who take their precious time out and comment on the videos. Thank you everyone for trusting Pigo coding classes. I'm amazed to see that while I was away, you guys made this channel as well as the efforts I put work. Now let's come to the reason why I was away. I am blessed with a baby boy this December, and a newborn needs some extra care, so that's all I was busy with. Let me also give a special thanks to Barton Mallory, who became a Patreon on my Patreon page, choosing the highest tier available. Thank you, Barton. Keep an eye on the Patreon page for surprises now, because you will get exclusive videos way before anyone sees it on YouTube. And as every one of you know, COVID-19 is on the loose. So stay in your houses and stay safe. May God bless every one of you. Now, I know this is getting long and boring, so let's dive into the topic of this video. So, hello guys, welcome to Pigo Coding Classes. This is Amber Roy, and I hope you had fun learning until part 8. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. Okay, so in the last video, we were done with the fragment chat main. Now we'll go on working with fragment friend list and fragment friend request. So let's just quickly create a fragment. Go to app, right click, new fragment, empty fragment or blank fragment, and we'll name this as fragment friend list. So as the fragment is created, you can see that there are a lot of new stuff given over here. So as my Android Studio is updated to the newest version, they have added a lot of things. And like before, if we created a new fragment, only two of the methods were given, but now a lot of stuffs are given just to make the programmer's life easy. But we will just delete everything except two things. We'll delete these, and we'll also delete this one. Don't delete the empty function over here, and down below we will delete everything here. We'll delete the on create. We'll just work on with the on create view. Now we'll also delete this one. That's done now. We'll check in the imports if anything we don't need. No. So that's done, and we'll jump on to the friend list XML. Now over here you see there's a text view given by default, so we'll get rid of it and we'll use a recycler view. So over here recycler view, this tab will give a width of match parent and height of wrap content, and that's it. We'll specify an ID for this one. So ID would be friend list recycler. That's it. Okay, let's make the height to match parent only and not wrap content. That's it, we are done. Now we need to create a card view like what we have done in the chat main. So let's get on with creating the card view. Okay, now we will right click on resources. Now there are two resources. We'll click on the top one. If you are getting two resources, just click on the one that has your layout and everything drawable. So we'll right click, new resource file, We'll call this layout, and under the layout we'll need a card view, so we'll select card view. We'll name this card view as friend list card view. Is it okay? Now in this card view, we'll just split the screen to design and coding. Now just hit enter and bring this thing down so that we can see what's on with this. Now the card view is over there. Now we'll use elevation of 96 dp, corner radius of 10 dp, and just change the match parent to wrap content. It says height because we don't need that to be long enough as the height of the screen. So when that's done, we'll create a linear layout underneath, which will say match parent and wrap content with an orientation of vertical, or let's just say horizontal, and first we'll create image view of 100 dp by 100 dp. We'll give it an ID of friend list image. That's done. So underneath we'll create another linear layout where we'll use this as match parent and wrap content. This one's orientation would be vertical. In the linear layout we can also use some padding, so let's just say padding of 5 dp, and over here we'll just use a margin start of, let's say, 5 dp only, and margin end of 5 dp. Now we will use a text view of match parent wrap content, where the text would be the username and the alignment should be center, and the font family should be Advent Pro semi bold, or let's use Pro bold, and the size would be 20 sp. Okay, now let's give it an ID. ID would be friend list name, or let's say username, and down below we'll say text view again with match parent and wrap content, and we'll give a text of let's say create or friends since let's say 01/01/2020, and we'll give it a font family of semi pro, or let's say Advent Pro semi bold, and the text size of, let's say 14 SP. Let's see how big this is. This is good. Now we'll use a view in between of match parent and height would be, let's say, 20, or let's say 30. 30 is good. Now 30 dp. Now let's bring this text to the end of the line. So alignment would be text end. So it shows on the right corner of this text view. Now that's it with the friend list. We don't need anything else except we need to close this and an ID over here. We should say friend list since date. And that's it. We are done with the card view and the friend list fragment. So we'll close everything over here and we'll again make another fragment and card view for the friend request. Okay, before proceeding further in this video, let me clear out that my system crashed very badly after the previous part was made due to the most professional operating system I used, that is Windows 10, and I hate Windows 10 after that. And then I migrated to Linux Mint and I had to redo everything from scratch, and I mean everything. I am kind of new to Linux and I think the distribution of Linux Mint suits me well. So that's it. Without further ado, let's just get going with our chat application. Now first thing first, let's just click on the image view, and over here we need to assign a scale type. Scale type of center crop, and just excuse my voice cause I'm having a sore throat, so just excuse me for that. And let's just hop on to our Chatman activity over here. And over here we need to work on with these item IDs. Those are the menu items. So if we open menu, then bottom nav menu, so these are the IDs that are listed over under the bottom navigation view. So over here what we can do is we can open the chat main fragment, and under the friend list we can open the chat friend list fragment, so like that. But by default, when the chat main activity opens, the navigation chat menu should be clicked and opened, and that is how the application should work in the beginning. So over here we are just basically coding the item listeners. So if the user clicks the navigation chat button, what happens, and the friend list chat button, then what happens. So under the navigation chat, it should when clicked, it should open the chat fragment. So that's why what we need to do here is, let's first say fragment chat main, and just assign a value, that is chat message, which is equals to new fragment. So new fragment chat main, and then a semicolon. Then under that we'll say we need to assign a fragment manager. So fragment manager, and just name it fragment manager, which is equals to get a support fragment manager, and that's it. Now underneath that we need to begin the transaction to show the fragment. So we need to do that by a fragment manager which will take care of this particular fragment. So the value for the fragment manager is over here, so we need to assign this, and dot begin transaction, and we can replace the frame layout with this fragment. So r id dot, I think the ID has not been assigned to the frame layout, so just open the activity chat main, and yes, there is no ID over here, so just give it an ID of let's say chat message frame layout, and then over to chat main activity we'll say rid dot chat message frame layout, and we need to replace this with the chat message fragment, and that's it. So let's hit commit, and that should fire up the chat main fragment. Now for the friend list we will do the same. So what we can do here is we'll just copy over here the whole thing and paste it underneath. That just reduces our hard work. So we'll say fragment friend list, because we are replacing every fragment chat main with the fragment friend list. So over here it should be friend list instead of chat message. So friend list, and this should be also friend list. So fragment friend list, and fragment manager, let's just say 1, and as it is used once, so it is showing an error, so just say 1. And over here we'll just change this chat message to the one we assigned to the fragment friend list, that is the value friend list. And we'll work on with the friend request later, because we have completed only 2 fragments, not the third one. So this opens our fragment while we click on the menu, that is the chat menu on the friend list menu. Okay, now let's do another thing very quickly. Let's just copy this whole bunch of codes and paste it under on create, because we want to open the fragment chat main by default when the activity fires up, the chat main activity fires up. Now it's time that we go to the main activity, and over here after the user logs in, after the message is shown that the login is successful, what we can do here is we can start activity new intent, and we'll just fire up the chat main activity. So main activity dot this to chat main activity dot class. So after login this fires up, and let's just check the register user activity once. So after the user is successfully registered, then what happens we'll just see. So let's go to the part, okay, upload user data. So user data uploaded successfully. What happens is you just go to the chat main activity. So activity, start activity new intent, register activity dot this to chat main activity dot class, and both ways we'll test it. Let's see how it works. So let's close all the tabs, we can open it when we need them. Okay, one more thing I forgot. Let's get back to main activity. And under the login user method, it says public void on complete. So when it starts completing, the main idea is that the start activity, the intent changes. Let's suppose you hit the login and the user starts logging in, so that moves on to the on complete. So while the user is logging in, it starts the activity without even judging there's a failure or there is no failures. So what we can do here is, after this bracket, we can just check if the task is complete or not. If the task has been completed by Firebase of checking the user, of checking the authorization of if the user is present in the authentication part or not, if the user has some data or not, or whatever it is, let's just check the task. So if task dot is successful, then only we will start the activity, else we will not, cause else this will be triggered, the add failure listener, the failure message will pop up. And on the register user activity, there will be the same thing. Under the upload user data, we are starting the activity, but it consists of the on complete method. So let's just give a small code of task dot is successful. So we'll check if the task is complete or not. So it's successful, a bracket, and we'll close the bracket. And if it fires an error, the activity won't start. But when the user is registering, we won't redirect the user to the chat main activity. After registering, we want the user to go back to login. Let the user log in again, because it might happen that the user forgets his password or whatnot. But I like it this way. I like it that the user registers and logins again. Let the user work out a bit. So register user activity to login, or the main activity. So we'll finish this register user activity because we don't need it again. So that's it, what we need to do, and let's fire this up and see how it works. So our activity has been fired up on our emulator, and we first need to log in, but let's register first rather. If you try logging in, let's just give a random email. Let's give prigosofts@gmail.com, and whatever the password is. So let's hit login, and it would show an error message, most probably, if we are not into any sort of errors. So I think the click has not worked. Let's click it again. There is no user record corresponding to this whatever it is. So we need to register this. So let's hit new user, and we won't load the image right now because we want to check the errors in every way. So let's give the first name, that is my name, my last name, and if we hit tab, it just skips this part because we have already set it to non-focusable, so it won't get any focus. If we hit tab, it will just skip, so we need to click it. Let's just give my I won't give my original date of birth because I don't want people to know that. Let's just keep it random only, and let's give my email address. So it's here, and I hope people who have emailed me have got their respective answers and they are happy with that. Thanks for sending me emails. I'm very grateful that you send them. Let's give the password. So let's give it my name and 1 2 3 4 5, and let's hit register. So when you hit register, it says set up a profile pic to continue. Obviously we don't have a profile pic right now, so what we need here is to click this and set up a profile pic. I'm just setting up a random profile pic, and let's just get rid of my name over here. I don't want to save that. Please get off my screen. So let's just click my name, and let's delete my first name, and let's see if it works, if the error pops up. yes, please give correct credential. So that's our error. So I'll give my correct credential. So that's my first name over there. We have set up the profile pic. Now it should work fine. So let's hit the register button again. And this time it registers successfully, and we're waiting for it to upload the picture. So my profile has been set up and it has been uploaded and redirected to the login screen. Now as we want the user to work out a little more to log in, it's just this peekaboo game that is going on. So let's just log in our email. It's prigo.softs. I'm so sorry for the email. softs@gmail.com. Let's give my native password, my super secret password that even my bank account has. That's my first name and then 1 2 3 4 5. Then hit the login. Did it work? Yes, it worked. So login is successful and we are into the main activity or the main chat activity. Now over here, if you see, the title is main activity, but we can surely change it from our coding part. And the fragments are obviously empty because we only have the recycler view. There are no card views set up. There is no data over there. There is no frames added. There are no chat messages. There is nothing. So as we are going through, there is no, and there is nothing, we need to create something. So we should create something from the next part because we have covered a lot of this stuff over in this video. So up till now, let's give it an end because I'll have to upload this whole video and there's this limited data issue that is going on with me and in my life. So let's call it a day, and I'll upload the next video very soon. I promise it won't be this much late again. I'm so sorry again. So thank you all for being so kind and staying subscribed, and hats off to the people who comment. And the time has come when I can post a Q&A vlog in this channel. And if you have learned something from this video, please hit the like button and the bell icon. And if you are a new viewer, consider subscribing because we are getting into intense and advanced programming tutorials day by day. So don't be left behind. So thank you all. See you all in the next video. Bye bye. If you have liked the video, hit the like button, then the subscribe button, and then the bell icon.